Welcome to the QT Gossip Podcast, where we flip the script on gossip, turning negativity into positivity. Join us as we redefine the conversation, focusing on the good, the inspiring, and the uplifting stories that shape our world. It's time to change minds, one positive gossip at a time. Let's dive into the stories that make us smile, inspire change, and celebrate the best in people. This is QT Gossip, where good news is the headline of every episode. Now, it's time for Tea Time with the Queens. Your local hacker. And introducing the Queen herself. Longest intro in podcast history.
Oh, yes, it sure is. But everyone apparently loves it because it is the longest intro. So, hey, it is what it is. Am I right? Welcome, everyone, to the QT Gossip Podcast, where we flip the switch on negative gossip, turning it into positivity. And this week, we have an amazing show. I am super excited for this week because this week, we are going to be talking about something I would say super important. This month, it is Autism Awareness Month. And it is something super, I guess important to me because I have very close friends who actually have children who have autism. And it's something to, definitely be aware of in certain situations with autism. For example, one of my closest friends that I go to church with, basically has a son who is on the spectrum, but who is extremely smart. And let me tell you, he is probably the smartest little boy I've ever met in my entire life.
Like, they usually are
smartest. Yes, they are so smart and so gifted and so talented. So it's definitely something to be how they like to say they're not ashamed of it, they're proud of it, and to be aware of autism, especially in a month for them, it's something super exciting for him because he doesn't get a lot of friends at school. He doesn't get a lot of communication or anything like that, so he just loves the month because he thinks it's like Christmas the whole entire month to him because it's all about him. It's it's just the sweetest little thing I've ever seen. So due to that, Queen's Talk Gossip, starting here shortly, with the lovely sponsors that we do have, we would like to take a percentage of whatever they have provided with us, and we would like to actually start giving back to the community. Once a month, we are going to actually take a percentage of what we make, and we're going to donate it to a charity of the guest's choice. So for this one, we'll be starting it shortly, but for this time, we would like to donate to, obviously, Autism Awareness Month. So we will be able to donate to them here shortly once I do have the ability to. But yeah, so starting once a month here shortly, we're going to be taking any offers or any suggestions for any I cannot think of the word. Captain, help me. I have
donations.
Donation. Well, not donations. The charities. Son of a biscuit. Charities. I don't know why I could not remember that word. But we are going to take any suggestions of any charities that anyone would like to donate, and we will put it in a little hat, and we will pick, and then we'll go from there. So basically, that's just a way that QT Gossips can spread the positivity and, support anyone and everyone at this point. So yeah, that's kind of what we want to do here shortly. So, that being said, Captain, it is time for your icebreaker for the show.
My icebreaker. Well, let me see. I've thought about a few things that could be fun to do for the show, and I thought of one that might get a good giggle out of everyone. And since I get to start with the queens, I'm sure everybody wants to know my little icebreaker for the queens to get the party started. So, what was one of your most funny oops moments in recent memories that has happened, friends, family, or just to yourself, that made either you or them bust a gut laughing?
Oh my. Hacker, do you have one?
Not so much an oopsie of mine, but
Mine's
If
more
it
of a
made you
funny
bust up
moment.
laughing, share.
I'm not really. I really don't.
Hacker doesn't really laugh much. She's Hacker.
Oh no, Raven had me laughing. Oh my god, I couldn't stop laughing. But yeah, I really don't have oopsies like that.
Do you have any family or friends
hard
that have
one.
oopsies or kids? Do they
Well,
have
I
any
can tell
oopsies
you-
that you caught them in?
I can tell you one of mine. It's more of a purpose oopsie. So my family likes to travel, and because they like to travel, they have an RV, right? And me and my closest best friend, we were out shopping, doing our thing, doing what us girls like to do. And it was probably like 12 at night that we got back to the house, and she was staying the night with me. And I decided to prank her, and I remember pulling up to the RV. It's so pitch black out because I lived in nowhere. I lived in the middle of the woods, right? So, and she's already slightly terrified because of how dark, my house is. And all I do is park in front of the RV. I'm about to laugh now. And I just scream the loudest I can scream, right? And I'm freaking out. I'm screaming, and all I see is her next to me screaming her head off. She accidentally peed herself because she was scared. Because I made her scared so much. It was the funniest moment ever. As you can tell, I'm trying not to. It was really funny. How about you, Hacker? What's your funny moment?
Worst I ever did is pass my own house. Not really.
Pass your own house.
Yeah, I've done it a few
Girl,
times.
I do that every Tuesday. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's like a normal thing for queens.
It really is. We gotta
My
get you
oops
a-
moments, if anybody wants to know, is I was visiting a friend of mine over at his house, and I was a little hungry, and I just happened to go into his kitchen, and I noticed some candy on the counter, and I thought, ooh, okay, well, he's not going to miss this, just some candy on the counter, just a little bag of gummy bears. I thought I'd just take 1 or 2 or 7. And so I got just, a little bit of it, and I put them in my hand, and I'm just, walking through the house, just popping in gummy bears. Well, he happens to catch me, pop in the last one, and he said, "Where did you get that?" I said, "Oh, I just grabbed some of your candy off the counter. I'm sorry. I hope you don't mind. They're just gummy bears. I'll buy you another bag if I have to." He just started busting up laughing at me. And I said, "What is so damn funny?" He said, "Those are edibles, and they're very strong." So, needless to say, goodbye, Captain. See you next Thursday. In about 20 minutes or so, I was laying on the ground, looking up at the freaking ceiling, realizing I could actually smell the color of whatever was floating through the roof at the time. I was so fucking gone, it wasn't even funny.
The first time I
it
ever
was
got
terrible.
high, I was part of the ground. I was literally laying on the floor like I was in the ground. Well, that's what I felt like. I wasn't actually in the ground, but I felt like half my body was inside the ground.
And see, kids, this is why you don't do drugs.
This is why you don't grab anybody else's candy. You never know what the hell it could be. I mean, my goodness.
So true. And I'm very stingy with my candy. So you try to grab it, your hand about to get smacked. Let me tell you, because
If I bought it for you, I deserve some of the candy.
One piece.
One piece. What if it's only one piece?
Well, then you're SOL, son. Sorry.
Then you don't get it. I get to keep it.
No. Okay. What in
I will
the
eat the
world?
chocolate right in front of you.
I would cry. I would definitely cry. I love
And
chocolate.
I
I would eat the ding dong right in front of you.
Hacker be going out over here.
I have black boxed and I will be back.
Oh, she.
All right,
black
ladies and
boxed.
gentlemen, just so everybody knows, there's been a lot of issues with black boxing, as you probably noticed throughout Horizons. There are lovely updates. You know, they fix 3 things and 5 more things break. You know, it's job security. If you really want to look at it, it's fine.
On the positive side of this, right? Because we like positivity. Does anyone else no longer get the glitch where they when someone pulls out a camera, they like randomly pop in front of you, like it's like no one's business, like it's like I haven't been getting any of those anymore. Isn't that a blessing? Let me tell you.
Those were fun to scare the crap out of you. It was fun.
That was annoying. The first time, I kid you not, the first time that I had that glitch, I thought I was going insane.
Going?
Hey. More insane, like I said.
See, even the crowd agrees with me. Yes, see?
Ladies and gentlemen, we do also have the ability, if you do have the function, because apparently Captain don't, you do have what you call a chat on your wristband. If you want to pull up, if you have any questions during the show, comment statements, please feel free to put your comment statement or question in there. If you do actually have a question for me, Hacker, and our special guest for the evening, who will be out here shortly, Captain has the ability to pop you right in front of him with the microphone, and you have all the world to ask whatever you'd like to ask. So feel free to type away, let us know your feelings, thoughts about anything that is happening in the world. If you have any fun stories, or if you have any positive gossip that you'd like to talk about with us, again, just pop it up in there and we'll be happy to discuss it. Going off from that, Captain, there's been a couple things that I saw recently while I was working. You know, I'm doing my little job. I'm typing up some things that I can look for the podcast, right? Of positive gossip. Now, I'm not sure how recent this is, but it is really pretty cool. And it's something that is really, you know, I'm really passionate about. I love animals. Does anyone else love animals? Anyone else in here love animals? Let me stack and bet if you love animals. That's what I'm talking about. I am a dog person. Who else is a dog person? Any more confetti in here? Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Dogs are just where it's at. Let me tell you. Cats, they're cute, but I don't want to be murdered in my sleep. I just don't. I don't want to be. I had 14 cats at one point. Okay,
my cats are wonderful. They're loving and they don't hurt anyone.
I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying I'm more of a dog person. You know, I like the little puppies that come up to me, lick my face, and you know, they're just like all the way there. You know, cats just want to murder me sometimes. So that being said, I found a really cool article that somewhere, I don't remember what state it was, but I'm very passionate when it comes to, you know, dog shelters, anything like that. If anyone's trying to, welcome back, Hacker. Welcome back. If anyone's trying to adopt a dog or anything like that, I always recommend, hey, go to this dog shelter if you're looking for, you know, a tame dog and an older dog, because there's a lot of older dogs that, you know, don't have the opportunity to have homes because they're older and they're more, you know, calm for you, more if you're not wanting a dog to be all up on you and you have to train all, get an older dog, let me tell you. But there is an animal shelter. I don't remember what state it was, but they had all of their dogs adopted in one day, and they had over 50 dogs. And there's a picture with every employee and every single empty crate, I guess you would call, I don't know what they call, like crates or whatever you call them. But there was an animal shelter that actually, you know, adopted out every single dog, and I thought that was pretty cool, especially with, you know, nowadays, you know,
it's a hard thing to do.
It's a very, very hard thing to do. So I give that state and that dog shelter props for always trying to, you know, help the animals out. I'm a very animal person, if you can't tell. If you're trying to bribe me, here's the top 4 things if you need to bribe me, okay, right? Mountain Dew, Reese cups, animals, Disney. Boom, done. I'm a girl. 100%. Ain't that right? Well, I think that was pretty cool. So, Hacker, what is the meta news for this week?
Oh my! I'm really excited about this because I played a part in it. We have this issue around the metaverse of people taking other people's assets and upselling them to new people in the community. I find this very, very wrong in so many ways. That people are on here scamming and taking advantage of newcomers. So Evil Smirk has created a new tablet that I graciously gave him a bunch of assets for, and so did a bunch of other creators here in the metaverse. The thing is, this tablet is basically a Horizon,
It's an
just like the
asset
Horizon
catalog.
asset pack that has quite a few assets and will be updated. Once you have the tablet, it updates through the code that he made. Evil Smirk is one of the most generous guys in the metaverse, and he's always
so
willing to
nice.
help.
Yes,
He's like one of the best guys in the metaverse, especially when you need something done. I know I've come to him for so many things. Like, it's really hard to trust who you meet here in the metaverse, and there's so many scammers out there trying to scam you out your hard-earned money for stuff that they never even created that you can get for cheaper. Like, I know all of my assets you can either win at Black Pearl Bingo or it's $5. But there's people out there taking my assets and selling them to you for $80. You could have got
I think it's crazy.
40 assets. No, you could have got 120 assets for that $80, and you just got one.
Yeah, that's wild to me.
Austin, his bingo script goes for $40, but there's people out here selling it for $80. When you don't get any type of help or anything when the asset breaks. But if you go to Austin himself and buy it for $40, if something breaks, he's more than willing to come in and fix it for you.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, you really have to be careful about who you do into business. Do your research. Do your research. It's very important. You can have thousands of assets and none of them be yours. We know of a few people, we have a whole blacklist, and once that spreads around the metaverse, these people that are doing these scammings won't be able to get in anybody's world.
Mm-hmm.
But this tablet, I am so excited for. He's
I'm
finished
pretty excited
it. You
for
guys
it,
can
too.
go check it out. If you look under Evil Smirk, you can go see the prototype and check it out and see what kind of assets are in it. It's one of the best things for the metaverse. And the thing with Evil Smirk, he's one of the best guys in the metaverse. We all give our assets away. The only thing that we're asking is that, do your research before you give anybody in the metaverse money. Do your research. Because these people are taking advantage of newcomers that are coming in and scamming them out of way more than the asset really goes for.
So, Hacker, how would you think someone could do research in order to look anything up? Like, if you were a newcomer, how would you do your research?
Always look at their stuff. Always go to other asset worlds. Talk to other people, or hit up Evil Smirk.
Mm-hmm. Or Jim Puddin. Jim Puddin's really good at
Jim
that too.
Puddin. Oh my God.
I love Jim Puddin. He does such an amazing job, and he's helped me so many times with so many of the things that I'm we're working on, and there are a lot of really good builders out there that don't care that their name. They don't care to be popular. They don't care to
I sure don't.
Yeah, they don't care. All they want to do is be able to help people and to be able to create amazing things here in Horizons, and then give them or sell them in a cheaper price to you guys. And those people are definitely a really good, strong backbone of Horizons, especially nowadays where, again, all you see is negativity and people stealing things, and it's something that we don't want here in Horizons, because we that's the real world stuff. We come in Horizons to get away from that real world, right? We come in here to have fun, to make new friends, and to build, to be able to create, to be able to grow and have fun and, you know, enjoy doing it. So definitely do some research, look into those people who you know, who have the ability to sell certain things. You know, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to someone who you can trust and who you know for sure, you know, of these people. So yeah, that's really awesome meta news. I think my favorite meta news though is that I no longer, you know, get those crazy random pop-ups in my face, because that was just wild to me. Wild. Now, unfortunately, Miss Diva, the real Queen Bee, could not be here tonight because she has some crazy weather where she's at. She currently has no power, but she typically talks about the real world life. And what I would like to talk about is basically, definitely, one important thing that we want to promote for her is the fact that her little company that she, well, not little, her huge company that she has, was actually nominated for a Webby Award. A Webby Award is basically, you know, like the Grammys, but for meta, you know? So her team was nominated, actually, and it's, like, crazy because they're up against, like, real life, like, you know, go-to creators. It's wild. I'm shocked. Like, I feel sometimes, what's the word? Fangirling when she's around sometimes, because she's, like, you know, super into literally everything. It's kind of crazy how much she does for everyone, and then have the ability to get a Webby Award. So definitely go check out her Instagram page where she actually promotes the link to it, to go vote for them. The more times we vote, or the more that we have people vote for them, the better they have a chance of actually going up against these actual well-known, you know, directors and actors, like, in the real world. So definitely just check her out on Instagram, go vote for them. It would definitely help them out a lot. I definitely voted for them, and their recreation, I think it was a Bonnie and Clyde? I'm pretty sure it was Bonnie and Clyde. Their recreation was pretty amazing. Of course it was back then.
Yes,
when,
it was Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah,
one of my favorites, because it happened right here. Right here, 10 miles from me, they were shot up. I can go and see the car, and yeah.
She's so
I
excited about
love
people getting shot.
Bonnie and Clyde is my
I feel like Bonnie and Clyde sometimes, but I probably shouldn't say that.
that's all I ever wanted, is a fucking Clyde in my life. Okay.
Well, I mean, hey, you never know, you might get one.
I doubt it.
But this is, I mean, we're not a dating talk show, unfortunately. So that's, you know, that's a different talk show. We could totally go to one though, right? I mean, hey, that'll be fun to watch. But yeah,
I don't really like the matching games in here either.
Yeah,
not my cup of tea.
I get scared sometimes in there. A little bit, but hey, I mean, all to them, you know. We support every creator. Although it may be a little iffy and sometimes, you know, just a little sketchy, you know. We still like to support everyone here and, you know, provide positive feedback if need be. But yeah, their Bonnie and Clyde recreation was amazing. Of course, it was back when we had no legs, so that was quite interesting to be able to see that, and then be like, wow, like, that's what we look like with no legs. Like, that's kind of wild. But hey, I mean, it's nice having legs now. Am I right? Who likes the legs? I love the legs. That's right. We're gonna be able to sit down soon. Hopefully, they're in the works of making an asset to where we can actually look like we're sitting in these chairs. Ain't that gonna be amazing? When I come down, you're not gonna be able to look up my skirt anymore, hacker.
Oh.
I know, what a shame. So sad. Oh, sorry, Captain. My bad. But that being said, let's not waste any more time because we have an amazing special guest. Our special guest today is none other than JenSmash. Ladies and gentlemen, help me introduce Miss JenSmash. Welcome.
Hi, everybody. Hey.
Okay, am I sitting over here? Or
yeah, you can sit.
Oh, you can
come
just sit
over
right
here.
here.
We don't need that big.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need to. We don't need that one.
How you guys doing?
Welcome.
How's
welcome.
everybody? Thank you.
Well,
Thank you for
We are
having
good.
me.
Yes, of course, of course. We want to welcome you to the QT Gossip Podcast, obviously, where we flip the switch on negative gossip, turning it into positivity. And we obviously wanted to
Hmm.
invite you here because you show a lot of positivity. Am I right, Hacker?
Oh yes.
Oh, yes. So tell us a little bit about
Thank you.
yourself.
Powerful of a good woman.
Well, I am currently the mayor of the city of Atem here in the metaverse.
Ooh.
I am an accountant by trade for over 35 plus years. Um, I am a double amputee and reinvented myself in the metaverse because I had to close down my real practice in Georgia. And so I am just bringing my skills and my love for teaching entrepreneurs how to start their businesses and just try to help everybody make some money in the metaverse besides being monetized. So that's my purpose. Also, creating a new world soon for the amputees. It's going to be called Meta Amputees Coalition, where we'll have information, education, and group mental therapy with people like myself, where we think that life is over, but in the metaverse is a chance to reinvent yourself and do everything you can. So I love the legs. Thank
Yes.
you for legs. Um,
Yes.
and that's it, man. Just trying to spread my love for everybody and businesses, and just really just live my rest of my life happy, and that's it. Stay away from gossip, man.
Only bring up the
Except
positive.
for
Am I
our
right?
gossip. Our gossip is good.
Yeah, your gossip is good.
Yes, our
Yep.
gossip is always good. It's pretty
Oh,
awesome that.
and this month is Limb Awareness Month as well for
Ooh,
people who are missing limbs. So, shout out for
that's
all
really
the
cool.
amputees out there. Hmm.
That's so cool. I actually didn't know that. That's really
I
awesome.
didn't know that either.
Yeah, I am. I'm pretty baffled, or not baffled, surprised that here in Horizons, like, you never know who you come across, especially with, just like your situation with double amputee. There are people out there that have crazy PTSD. Just like how we had a
Hmm.
guest, uh, who was it? It was, um, Sensei J. He knows someone that has, I think, cerebral palsy, and was never
Yes,
able
yes.
to, do certain things. And now here in Horizons, we have
Hmm.
the ability to be able to do that, right? We have the ability
Yep.
to walk, run, to be able to throw a
Hmm.
football, which is his
Hmm.
story, to be able to, climb mountains or hop
To do
across,
parkour. That
lava,
was one of his
to do
favorite things to do, was the
parkour.
parkour.
Hmm.
Yes, it's
Hmm.
just crazy and awesome to be able to do that type of stuff, and um to be able to build worlds the way that you're coming across, and to do the worlds that you're doing to spread awareness, and
Hmm.
um to
Who's pulling to
Oh, what
remove?
the?
it's the person who's doing,
Oh, well,
Are
that's
we
rather rude
removing
to
him?
put up a portal up
yes,
here.
we are.
Thank you. Yes,
All
no
right, just double
portals, Mr.
checking. I
Harry
don't want to
Potter.
I don't want to remove anybody that doesn't deserve to be removed.
That was Mr. Harry Potter. So
He's just.
he's probably a child.
Thank
So
you, thank you. Yeah, he probably is. It's okay.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, so it's pretty awesome how things work here in Horizons, especially with people who have that I wouldn't call it a situation, but have that um not an issue either. I can't think. I can't. My brain is so fried today. It's been a crazy day for me today. But who have those
Well, yeah, they have
abilities and.
disabilities.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so disabilities is the name. I didn't know how powerful the metaverse was going to be for me. I got in here because one of my old clients who passed away was in concert here, the Notorious B.I.G. So that I was really coming in here to see what the hell is the metaverse and why is he on tour, And it just blew my mind. I was just so overwhelmed. And then to be able to do the same thing you can do, climb a mountain, run, and stuff like that, was like a game changer for me. So mentally, it it um it it made me see the possibilities because being an amputee is I can't say is the best thing in life. I don't have two legs, so I have to crawl to the bathroom when I'm sleeping in my bed, so I can't just run. And so my life is on the floor. I mean, besides, being in a wheelchair. So I'm also have, two sets of wheelchairs. I got my legs that cost about $57,000.
Oh wow.
They're expensive piece of equipment. And then you have the liner, the socket, the this. You got to go get tune-ups, like an automobile. So we got to go to our prosthesis doctor to get, changed or tightened up. I mean, it's a whole gamut for us to be regular. And then driving, I drive with my hands. I don't have my feet, so I drive with my hands. But the perks are, getting a parking space in the front and maybe going through, the airport faster than normal. And I try to just look at the positive things. Because if we tend to think woe is me kind of situation, and you could get into that dark space. And so being with other amputees, I had go to a group every month. We try to uplift each other and help, and I want to do that in here. I came across one amputee in here where I can feel his energy, and it was not good. He showed me his world. His name is Jeff Lacey. He's in here, and he showed me his world where you walk through his experience from being in the hospital, seeing his two legs, and then seeing one leg gone. And it was very moving to me. And I got to know him, and I figured out, well, something's wrong. He's in pain a lot. We tend to be in pain. And I gave him some suggestions, that our group, um, that we're always in the group therapy once a month, and we talk about certain situations. I was able to identify it, and I told him to go back to his prosthesis. His leg must be off, and he followed that. And his spirits, next time I saw him, he was a little bit lighter, and he started creating in here more. And he's going to be one of my partners in this creating this world. So I'm really excited. So I've already reached out to the Amputee Coalition, the National Amputee Coalition, and they gave me a shout out, and they want to support me. We have a annual convention, and it's here in Atlanta. I live in Atlanta, so I'm going to get to volunteer, but I'm also asking them for an area so I can bring some Oculus, so I can put some Oculus on some of the amputees that are in town for this convention, and let them experience the possibilities of being in the metaverse. And that's my focus now.
That is awesome.
Amazing.
That is really amazing.
Hmm.
The things that you can do with not just Horizons, but with other spaces here in the metaverse too, like VR
Absolutely.
chatter. There was
We all
well,
know
I
how I
think-
feel about Trimesh.
Oh, yeah, we all know. But Alt Space, I think, was one, and I know that there's one that or a couple of weeks ago I got Bender and I was playing around there, and that's kind of cool too. It's a little hard to understand a little bit how you move, but I mean, every app is going to be different, and it's really awesome to be able to bring that to people who don't know about it and can you never know if someone is actually needing that, right?
Right.
Yeah, so you never know. So to be able to bring that to them and to support and to show them and to also build a world that can not just teach them, but to also teach us who don't have those disabilities to understand what you guys go through day to day. And
Yeah.
it's pretty wild that we can be able to do that here in Horizons and anywhere else in VR if we wanted to.
Now, you know, there's 2.1 million amputees now in the U.S., and that's about 507 people losing their limbs a day. So,
wow.
Wow, that's a
and
lot.
it looking to double in 2050. They're looking to double the type of amputee. And most likely, the most common reasons why is vascular disease, you know, from going down to your limbs. And diabetes, I suffered from diabetes from very young, and I'm 56 years old. Received my notice that I was diabetic like around 19 and 20 years old, so straight to insulin. And so it just tears down your body eventually. And so, you know, and commonly the common is mostly men that lose limbs more than females. You know, about 70% are men. So yeah, so we're really we're out there. We're showing up in commercials now. The awareness is out there, and I just want to give another space for us to be able to work out our heads, our emotions, and get some information, because information about your equipment is crucial so you won't hurt yourself. So that's my focus, is to make sure that I equip the education, give them the numbers and information, websites to, you know, places for help, and then, you know, get together and talk about it. Yeah. So,
That's pretty cool.
yeah. So that's what, yeah. So if anybody out there organically have a conversation with another amputee, you know, let them know that, you know, we'll have a world for them to do whatever they want, you know, come and be with each other, because we're a unique crew. And then the double amputees versus the single amputees, those are unique too. So it's fun. I mean, I look for the best things in everything, and God put me in this position for a reason. And so I am going to just follow suit of what I need to do. Besides, what I love to do is accounting and teaching. So, and that's it, man. That's me.
That is awesome. Ain't that awesome? Let's show some confetti for that. That's so cool.
Thank you, guys.
Of course. Oh, also your microphone.
Just
Oh,
yeah,
there
your
we go.
microphone is. I
there you
didn't
go.
realize I was
Oh,
muted,
okay.
but your mic is in your
What
chest.
the
I don't know.
hell?
It seems to happen in that chair, chair
does,
only.
yeah.
It does. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what it is.
That chair's haunted, I guess. Diva
It's
has
it's
trying
Miss
to keep.
Diva.
It's just trying to keep
Yeah, Miss
warm. That's
Diva
all
is
it is.
saying
It's just
hi.
trying to keep warm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it's her saying
Yeah.
hi, you know, from, you know, her non
She's giving you a great big hug and nuzzling your bosom. There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, there was another world that you wanted to talk about. I think it was the world for the spotlight that you
Yes.
said. So tell us a little bit about that
Yes.
world and what it's called.
Well, it's called VIP Entrepreneur Academy. And this is a school. See, I've been an accountant for over 35 years, and I've launched hundreds of businesses. I sat down at the conference tables with major people that made moves in my time. So I picked up a lot of knowledge over the years, and so I've created, when I was losing my second leg, I created a curriculum, and I made a 9 weeks course to teach people how to start a business. But what's so unique about this is I invite my professional friends with their expertise to help me teach. So when I teach week 2 about law and business, I bring my friend in, Eric Register, who's a lawyer, and he teaches the class with them, and they can directly ask questions, and they give direct advice to each individual. It's a very small class because I don't teach it like a professor to a student. I teach it as a business consultant that you hire to help you get your business together. And I'm bringing some of my friends with us. So I've already taught this about 3 courses already. My next course is in fall. I just finished. We have a graduation that's happening later on this month. And that's it. It's hard work, guys. So I'm not gonna lie to you.
Is there a fee?
homework? We got tests. We got resources. And I do have an average amount of people that drop out because they can't handle the work. But if you can't handle this, how are you gonna handle a real business in the real world? So that's what I'm doing.
Is there a fee for this class?
Yes, now there's a fee. I had it running for beta for a while. Yes, it's going to be $4.99, a 9-week course. I think there's a graduate in here that I saw. Is Cyber Shay's here? Cyber? I can't see anymore. Cyber Shay, she just finished the course. And I think Tech was in here. He finished the course. Yes. So yeah, it's exciting. I love it. I mean, I could do this in my sleep. This is what I love to do. I love helping get your business off and running the right way, letting you know all the necessary information for you to be successful in life.
That was awesome. And I know that there's going to be a lot of creators, a lot of builders, especially whenever you like to be able to promote in a certain way. You're going to have so many more people who want to do certain businesses in the VR, just like how Diva Queen does. She does business like crazy in here.
Yes.
Cinema Films director, she created Cinema Films, which is Horizon World's first production. So she does business. There's so many people in here that do business.
Yes.
And it's wild because in here it's not just a game. When I first came here, when I first joined Horizons, right, I thought it was literally just a game. Back then, we looked more weird. We had no legs. It was the early stages of Horizons, right? And all you really did was just go to, I think, the first world I went to. Can you hear me now? Perfect. We have these glitches. I'm so sorry, y'all. But the first world I went to was, I think, Clash of Clans, I think it was, or one of the worlds that I first went to. And I remember hiding in a house, did not know what it was, and someone shot me, and all I hear was a big boom, like this great stuff that looked like smoke. I'm like, what is going on here? I have no idea what's going on, right? And this is like fresh out of the meta womb where you like just learn to bounce or learn to jump, like it's fresh, right? And I'm like, how Captain likes to say, parkouring against certain things, and I have no idea where I'm going or doing. But after a while, you start to, learn how to work and learn how to do all that stuff, and then you learn to build. I remember building my first world, and it was actually for one of my friends who was not feeling the best, right? They were trying to commit certain things that they shouldn't commit to. And I wanted to build a safe haven, is what it's called. I wanted to build a safe world for them to go to where they can talk to whoever they want to talk to, play checkers, and they have their own private room where they can talk to almost like a therapist, but not like a therapist. Like they can bring in a friend because this person was very nervous when it came to talking to his friends in front of a big group, a crowd, right? And back then, the newer thing was learning to have private rooms. So I learned how to do a private room, and I created a private room for them so that way they can take a friend in there and just talk if they want to talk. And at that point, I was, trying to figure out if that could be something that I could want to do, be able to build certain things like that, just like how you're doing with your worlds, to be able to teach people about disabilities of amputees and all that fun information, and to be able to help people. That's all we really want to do right here in Horizons. So it's pretty fun.
Kudos to you. I can't build. I can't even do a square, and they give you a square. I can't do that. That's not my life.
Let me tell you, if you go and look, Yeah, if you go and look
I
at my
am.
first world, it's not the best. I kind of just pulled it out of my non-existent back then metaphorical meta ass. So, I just slapped a few things together, thought it looked okay, and then called it a day. But like, I basically stopped building at one point and did focus more on filming. One of the really good businesses here in Horizons is Cinematic Films. Cinematic Films is Horizon World's first ever production company, and they created What a Metaverse Like to Live, which is a soap opera, which is Horizon's first ever soap opera. So, yeah, for them to be able to come into Horizons and to film a movie in a soap opera, because back then soap operas were the craze, right? And they actually put together an amazing show. It's like to life, real life events, they go hard. It's nothing that like how do I explain it? It's based off of real life events because you have certain things that happen, in real life, and they wanted to make that aware in Horizons. So for them to be able to put that type of stuff together, it's crazy.
Yeah, I guess that's what I want to do too in the city of Adams, where I'm mayor. Is I'm trying to help other businesses in there to see their business and convert it into the metaverse so that they could be profitable, and it's working. The city is unique. We have great residents in there. We support each other. We do networking, and we support each other by also paying for stuff. Our newest resident is Yo Afro. She has actually a store in the city of Atem where you can go pick up her merchandise and listen to her albums. She also does unique concerts within that within her office and stuff. And we have Baja Financials, who's doing taxes and grant writing, to Cyber Shay and DJ Marcus, who's bringing their block party inside into City of Atem. So we have great residents. We are trying to show the world that this is possible, man. You could bring your business in the city and thrive. And so that's definitely one of my passions in there. For sure.
Do you have any questions, Hacker?
No.
No, she answers them. She answered all my questions before I even asked them. That is crazy. Well, that is awesome, and we are very, very. Oh.
There you go again.
Can you guys hear me? Just double check.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. Cool. Okay, but yeah, that's pretty awesome that you have the. Oh, my head's about to die. Let's hope I don't disappear. Okay. That's pretty awesome that. Sorry, I'm just going all over the place today.
I know you're all over the place.
I know it's crazy.
Eva, stop.
It is pretty awesome that you have the ability to be able to come in here and to do that, also to spread awareness, to do all that. It's really awesome, and we here at QT. Yeah. What?
I think Captain should ask Miss JenSmash the opening question.
The opening question.
Yes. What is
the
her
icebreaker?
The icebreaker question.
Oh, all right. So, Miss Jen, I'm sure you probably heard me while you were backstage, rolling your hands together saying, please, God, don't let them call on me. Well, sucks to be you, dear, because we're calling on you now.
Yeah.
What has been your biggest oops moment of your life that you can remember, or somebody that you know that just made you guys die laughing? The Jeopardy theme plays here.
I'll tell you a unique story. No, I can't say that story. Oh, I got a lot of stories I can't tell.
Oh, no, you can say anything. We're 18 and over. Please tell us. We want to know.
I'm trying to think. There's a funny story. It's in regards to Notorious B.I.G. I like to tell this story. So Notorious B.I.G. He was going to be wanting to buy a condo, and it was in Teaneck. It was in New Jersey, right over the George Washington Bridge. So it was me, was my boss. I was the accountant, my boss, and his lawyer in the car. Notorious Big was in the front, and his friend was in the front, and we're driving over, and Faith Evans was in there, and we was driving into Jersey, and they sparked up a doobie. Yeah, okay,
Oh.
they sparked up. So now he has his lawyer, his accountant, all in the back seat, and
He's
we were
covered unless
getting
if he gets pulled over.
we're getting high in the back seat, and we're all nerds back there. And so we get to the place, we looked around, he liked it. We get back in the car. My boss is like, this is the last time, we're going to be riding with a client, mental note. So we're going back to New York, and he sparks up another joint
Oh, no.
there, and they're passing it around. And so now me, the lawyer, the accountant, we're all like in the back, like, oh my God. And so then we get to the toll, and they continue to keep on going. We're like, oh no, we're going to get busted. We're going to go to jail, and your accountant's in jail, your lawyer's in jail. Like, what are we going to do? He was like, oh, we're not going to jail for the weed. I was like, what? He was like, oh, we're going to go to jail for the guns in the car. And we
no.
busted out laughing. And that was a joke though, but it was really funny. You should have saw like us in the back seat, just like like paranoid, like it was crazy, but it was funny. He was laughing. Notorious B.I.G. was a jokester. I always thought he should have been a comedian, and he just like put us on spot. I thought that was the most funniest thing I've ever experienced. I was scared to hell and laughed my ass off at the same time. So it was
Well,
crazy.
that is definitely one of those oops moments.
Yeah. So yeah. R.I.P. for the big. So yeah.
R.I.P. to the B.I.G. That's right.
Yes. Yep.
I lost my daughter at Disney at Ice, and she ended up backstage with the cast.
Okay, that's an oops moment. That's an
funny.
oops. Like, where's my child? Oops.
Like, I had her hand.
her.
It was intermission, and we were taking her to go get drinks, and I was being pushed, and I had her by the hand, and next thing I know, we got shoved, and she was gone. And she was behind stage with the cast.
I would have freaked.
She ended
out.
up in that ride where they sing "It's a Small World After All." She's like, "Mom, help
me!" Yeah, that's
Queen. You're muted, so we can't hear you.
She probably was talking all this time.
No,
I
we're not kidding. I figured your dogs were barking. You didn't want to, have everybody hear it. So
Yeah.
And then I just see you doing this.
Yeah,
Like, who the hell are you talking to?
I'm talking to someone. I'm talking to myself, apparently. I was saying that's pretty funny that your daughter would do that, because I would do the same fucking thing. I'm just saying.
You have
She
a
was like
question,
2
Miss
years old
Bebop?
at the time. The only
we
time
can't,
I
we
lost
can't
any
hear
of
you
my
there.
kids.
You have to come up to the microphone. Let's see.
That is crazy.
Does that work? Yes, it did.
Especially your story. I had me rolling. If you haven't, obviously you didn't hear it because I was muted, but I was rolling.
It was hilarious.
That's crazy.
It was hilarious.
Give me 1 second
Looks
here,
like
Bebop.
we might have a question.
There you go.
Oh, sure.
You can speak into the microphone. Everyone can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Did
Yes.
you meet Notorious? Did you actually meet Notorious B.I.G.?
Yes, I was his accountant when he was alive. Yes.
What was it like?
Like I said, he was a very funny guy. I think I always thought he should have been a comedian. And he really loved his family, so he was really close with his mom, Miss Valletta Wallace, and his kids. Kid at that time, I think, was Christopher born. I think his young son was just born. He was a family. He liked to stay home, and he really just stayed home, smoked weed.
It's funny. I could so see him like that. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I could
it was
just all the
laid back,
flashing and the glitz and
funny.
everything of being who he was. I could really see him just saying, you know what? I'd rather be home, hang out with the fam.
He was Yeah, he was.
I can see him
He
like that.
took care. He took of care of Junior Mafia.
Thank you for your
the
question,
boys.
Bebop. We do appreciate it.
Uh,
Oh.
Does anybody else have a question? If you have a question, raise your hands and we'll get you over. Let's see. Anybody?
think
I don't
we're
know if
good.
anybody has a question. People are running around like chickens with their heads cut off. I can't tell. So I do
Yeah,
want to take one opportunity, if I may.
Mhm.
I'm not going to necessarily mention things because they know exactly what they did, but because I never had a chance to actually formally say thank you to this one person. But I wanted to say a humongous thank you to Miss Iris the Scribe for what she had done for me
Oh,
recently.
yes.
So I wanted to say thank you very much, so very
Yes.
much for what you did.
Thank you so
Um,
much.
I will let you guys go into that if you
Yes.
so desire. I
So,
don't do that, so it's just
so
silly thing.
Captain hates talking about it. Y'all can hear me, right? Y'all can hear
Yes.
me. Am I right? Okay, good. Because my craziness. Um, but
No, I'm
It's for
sorry.
guests of the
Captain,
show. It's for guests of the show. Sorry.
Captain doesn't like talking about it because he's not the type
No.
of person to ask for any favors or anything.
No.
But here recently, I did create a GoFundMe page for Captain because he was diagnosed with stage 1 cancer. And unfortunately, he is not insured, so everything is coming out of his pocket. And it's for basically the aftercare of the cancer. When he asked me if I asked him if there was anything that I could do to help him and support him, and all he said was just pray for me. And I knew back then that we can do way more than that. And I created a GoFundMe page for him. And if anyone wanted to support him in any sort of way, um, thank you. But if anyone wanted to support him in any other way, he at least had that ability to be able to have that GoFundMe page, as well as his Cash App that he has. People are more than welcome to do that as well. But if anyone wanted to, support him in any type of way, there is a GoFundMe page. And Miss Iris was so generous enough to be able to donate for him, and she did above and beyond than what we
Yes.
could have ever thought.
Way
that,
above and beyond I ever would have thought.
Yes, way above and beyond, and we are so grateful to you and everything that you do for him, and being here every single week. We are super super grateful for you. So thank you so much for doing that.
Shout out.
Yes, we know you are a child, but this is an 18 plus world, and you really shouldn't be in here. Along with that, the GoFundMe page, we are doing a fundraiser at Black Pearl Bingo. I have been building all new assets and new houses, new office spaces, and stuff for this event. The stuff that is in the fundraiser for Captain Jack Morgan will only be available for this event. So if you don't come and do the event, and all the money raised by these assets will be going to Captain Jack to help out as well.
Yes. So this GoFundMe page as well is based same thing as hackers. So we are here just trying, like we would do for anyone else, to support anyone who is a great asset, to not only has great assets but is a great asset to Horizon Worlds, and the support that he has from a lot of people and the support that he gives himself to a lot of people. We're all very blessed to have him, just like we're blessed to have you here on the show to promote your worlds and to be able to definitely.
I love the soundtrack.
Yeah, right.
Yes,
Captain is amazing.
I'm the button bitch down here. I'm the
Yes,
button
Captain
bitch.
is
That's my
amazing button bitch. We love him.
And we will be having 6 special prizes that we will be raffling off that night as well.
Ooh, fancy.
Fancy.
That
is
is
there
awesome.
going to be a silent auction for any of them?
It'll be a ticket draw. It'll be $1 a ticket, and it depends on, if you really want it.
Yeah, you got the more dollars you spend, the more tickets
honestly,
you get.
you could do both. You can do the ticket draw, and you can also hold a silent auction, saying if you really want it and your ticket didn't get drawn, you have a second chance in the silent auction.
We could do that.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that is something that you guys can definitely discuss and try to figure out that fun stuff. Black Pearl Bingo is a fun place to go. So
I have
definitely
been
check that
working
out.
really, really hard to get these assets together. And if you want to check out what we're going to be giving away, you can go to Captain Jack's or fundraiser for Captain Jack.
Yes, awesome.
That's the name of the world. Fundraiser for Captain Jack. Wait,
Of
that's
course.
me.
I did the same thing for Christmas and raised $1,200 for LSU Children's Hospital to give them gifts for Christmas. As well as I gave everybody that came into my world and touched my present a free gift. So
I'm still
we're going to
waiting
be
for my
doing
gift,
this.
by the way.
Yeah, I am too.
Did you guys ever add
Yeah,
me as
no,
an
no.
editor?
I spun the wheel, and I think I had number 24. I'm not sure.
Well,
Something
if
like
you
that.
didn't add me as an editor, that's probably why you didn't get it.
Well,
Oh,
Captain
well, that'd be my
Jack,
fault then.
Yes.
I will be praying for you and lifting your
Thank
name
you.
up. Okay, everything's gonna be all right. If you need to talk to me, I'm here. But I'm gonna wish you well, and I know that our God is a powerful God, and
Oh,
He's
amen.
gonna get you through it. That's it.
Yes.
Should I tell the small little story about how I'm handling the situation? It's very brief.
Sure, go for it if you want to.
Well, it basically started off with several months ago. I was going through life, like everybody does. And I remember praying to God for strength. And I realized He did not give me strength, but He gave me a situation to which I had to be strong. And so I believe that is what this situation is. And I have decided that this is that time to be strong. And this is one of the reasons it's 18 and over. So if you're young, I do apologize. But I am absolutely going to kick fucking cancer's ass.
Yes.
That's right.
Show some confetti for Captain to kick in the ass.
Yes.
Amen. That is awesome.
So if you want to donate to the GoFundMe, talk to Miss Queen. She can give you the GoFundMe account. That would be wonderful. All I ask for is prayers. I didn't ask her to make it. She did it on her own. It is what it is.
Sorry.
I do have
My
a
bad.
P.O. box, so if anybody wants to send me anything to my birthday, I finally got the P.O. box.
Yes, Captain's birthday is on the 20th, 420.
Yes, in 2 days, 420.
Birthday.
That's
And
right.
we will be
Light
having
one
an
up for
event
him.
at Black Pearl Bingo as well for that.
I'm going to be
Bingo
100%
tournament that day as well.
That's an Aries. That's my fellow Aries. In the
I'm
house.
coming.
Actually, I'm Taurus with an Aries cusp. I have both.
Oh, damn. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm a
that
big
wild.
problem.
Yeah, you're a problem.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time, unfortunately, that it comes to a close. But you know what? Let's just talk about one other thing. Miss JenSmash, where can someone reach out to you or talk to you if they have any questions about the worlds that you promoted today?
I
that way
am
we can,
in my office in the city of Atem. Usually I have scheduled times I'll be sitting in my VIP accountants. If you want to get me on IG, just look me up, JenSmash. This is my name, my real name. And you'll know it's me because you'll see my prosthetic legs. Go Falcons. I'm a Falcons fan, Atlanta Falcons. Hopefully they'll win a Super Bowl one year in my lifetime. And yeah, you can contact me there. I'm in LinkedIn on my professional page, and you can catch me there. So you can Google me. I'm there.
That is awesome. And what about you, Miss Hacker? Where can we find you at?
Well, tonight, at Black Pearl Bingo, and I'm
English is
just
hard.
flabbergasted. No, I'm like.
Just breathe. Breathe.
You're all right.
Where can we find
Some-
you
You're
at,
doing
Miss
just
Hacker?
fine.
On IG at your local hacker 31 or at Bingo at the Black Pearl,
Beautiful.
which
And-
is will be on Indies Tours tonight. Bingo at the Black Pearl will be toured by Indies Tours tonight. So
Awesome.
Yes, Indy Tours
I was-
is in
I
the
was gonna
city of
mention that.
Atem as well. Let's go, city of Atem.
Heck
All right,
yeah, that
guys.
is
Thank you so
awesome.
much.
And of course. And what about you, Captain? Where can people find you at?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram at Captain_Jack_Morgan22. You can find me on my YouTube channel, Captain Jack Morgan. See my TV show called Where's the Beef? That is here on Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern here in the Metaverse. And you can also find me at Bingo at the Black Pearl. And tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, you can find me over at the Indies Tours, as I have been formally invited to promote my world Bingo at the Black Pearl. So come check it out and come hang out with me, the captain, if you feel so desired to do so.
Awesome. And
Did anybody catch the name of that, real quick, did anybody catch the name of that world she popped up?
No.
So that I can have Meta take it down?
You can ask Get You Some. She took a picture of it.
Okay.
Perfect.
And I think Hollywood may have too.
We have
Hollywood
our
did
lovely
too.
Baronina, Captain. We have our lovely
All right.
Baronina over here, who is our cameraman. He can be looked up on Instagram at Baronina_CRS. He promotes amazing things. So definitely go check him out and give him some love. And I am Miss Queen, and you can find me on Instagram, same name as it is on here. You could also find me on YouTube. Our shows are going to be posted on YouTube, as well as the promotional videos for your world. I'm going to make a promotional video and post it on YouTube with the same name as here, and also called Royalty Queens Productions. If anyone has any worlds they would like to promote, or fun little posters or anything like that, hit me up, and I am your girl. And that being said, we would like to thank you all very much for joining Queen's Talk Gossip, where we flip the switch on negative gossip, turning it into positivity. And we hope to see you guys next week, and we hope you have fun. So have a lovely night, and we'll see you then.
See you then.
Thank you for joining us today here at QT Gossip Podcast for the best of the best info around. Join us again every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or watch our live stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, as we close the mic, open your minds to new horizons and the door to countless possibilities.
No, he doesn't want
Until
to.
next time, keep chasing your dreams.